for the women in the S10 class coming up right now.
Individual medley.
There's Defne Kurt'un. Well, we saw her win the 50 freestyle yesterday. What can she do from the outside lane? Turkish swimmer. Well, Faye Rogers, we know, is a very strong butterflyer. She's been setting records this year. 200 meters butterfly world record holder, Faye Rogers.
Take your marks.
What can she do in this 200 IM?
Well, Kruger and Rogers are very similar impairments. Kruger had a great 100 meters breaststroke already, but the question really is, what can Kurt of Turkey do down in this bottom lane here, closest to us? She started off very well indeed in this butterfly. There was no heat in this one this morning, so this was direct final. So these athletes seeded on their entry times. As we go into the turn, it is Kurt 29.23 ahead of Rogers 30.10, just 8/100ths ahead of Cosgriff of Canada. They are your top three after the butterfly. As we said, Kruger of the Netherlands is probably the strongest breaststroker in the field, as we now focus on Rogers, but just at the bottom here, it is Kurt going very well still as they go into the final 15 of the backstroke.
She's a little bit of an unknown quantity, isn't she, Defne Kurt? We saw her in the 50. We haven't seen her in any other strokes other than the freestyle. And she leads them through the halfway point. Rogers in second, Cosgriff in third. 106.69 against 107.18 here. This is an interesting one, but Kurt very much in this one, as Rogers looking good in the middle.
Yeah, those top three have had an excellent first 100 meters. We will keep our eye on lane number 5 for Kruger as she starts to claw her way back on the breaststroke. Key is not to use too much energy up. You do need to get back on level terms. It does look like now Rogers has moved ahead of that fast start from Kurt. Kruger starting to come up to Cosgriff, the Canadian, but we're underwater here with Faye Rogers, who will turn and head for home in first position. The athlete from Great Britain, 152.26 ahead of 153.0 for Kurt, and Kruger did get the third place touch just at that point. So now it's a question of who has got the strongest freestyle. Is it the 400 freestyler of Rogers versus the 50 freestyler of Kurt?
Well, Rogers looking across now, Kurt coming back now, almost on level terms, but I think Rogers might just have this one into the last 5 now. Kurt coming back with every single stroke now, into the finish, into the red zone. It's going to be all on the touch now. Where's it going to go? It is going to go to Defne Kurt, 228.30. Rogers in second, 228.52, and Kruger comes through for the bronze. But what a race, and what a comeback from Defne Kurt there from Turkey, and she will take another gold medal here at these World Championships.
Well, she gave herself an excellent chance there with that first 100 meters, so strong on the butterfly. Faye Rogers used up that endurance that she has from the 400 meters freestyle, and it really did just come down to who finished on the full stroke, who finished. It could have gone either way. It might have been different if they'd been in lanes next to each other, but they weren't, and in the end it was 0.22. Lisa Kruger did consolidate that breaststroke leg to finish in third position, just ahead of Katie Cosgriff. What a meet Defne Kurt is having. Silver medal for Faye Rogers though, the day after her birthday, so she won't be too disappointed, but it was so tight.
Please rise, guarding for the national anthem of Turkey.